PicoBricks. Hey everyone, welcome to the Tom's Hardware Podcast for February 28th, 2023. As always, I'm Tom's Hardware Editor-in-Chief, Abram Pilch. I am joined by Associate Editor Les Pounder, Raspberry Pi expert Ash Hill, and we've got some very special guests today from PicoBricks, who are going to talk about their amazing product. We have Yasir, Mehmet, and Suat. You guys want to tell us a bit about your company and what you do?
Yeah, thank you, Aaron. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yasir. I'm actually co-founder and CEO of Robotistan. We are a robotic company in Turkey, Istanbul, and we manufacture lots of different type of projects and products. And for now, we are focusing about the educational technology product, and our first product is the main focus is PicoBricks. PicoBricks is a Raspberry Pi Pico-based developed platform for makers and students. And for now, I think it's enough. Maybe my college can introduce themselves.
Great. Mehmet?
Yes, my name is Mehmet. I am working in the Robotistan, and we are working on the different type of projects in RD team. And we are here for the show the PicoBricks today. And Suat will show you first projects on the PicoBricks.
Awesome. Suat?
Hello, my name is Suat. I work as an electrical engineer in Robotistan for over 2 years. We developed PicoBricks in our R&D lab, and today we are here to show it to you and present a couple of demos with the PicoBricks.
Very cool.
Fantastic. So, for those who don't know what PicoBricks is, how would you guys describe it? I see we have one on the camera.
Yes.
Yep. As you see, actually, PicoBricks is a development platform for who wants to learn coding and electronic. Actually, I'm an engineer, but I worked lots of years as a teacher. And when you are trying to teach robotics and coding and electronic, using cables and soldering is very hard, and you need the more experience about the electronic and robotics to make different type of projects. So it's very difficult. With PicoBricks, we solved actually this problem. We have different type of modules on the board, and for using PicoBricks, you don't need any wire connection or any other soldering operation or anything else. You can just prepare your code and upload your sketch. All modules are detachable, so you can use all modules together. Which one do you want to use? We have 10 different modules on the board, and all modules pre-connected with Raspberry Pi Pico. So you don't need wire connection, or you don't need any other modules or anything else. You can just prepare your code on your computer, then upload your sketch to the board. You can use different type of programming language with PicoBricks. Microblocks is a block-based programming interface, and Python and Arduino, of course, you can use with Raspberry Pi Pico. We have different type of libraries which can use with PicoBricks. We have a screen, RGB, and button, temperature and humidity sensors, and relay, different type of other sensors and modules on the board. When you want to make different type of projects, you can just use PicoBricks. But if you want to make some different type of, for example, a smart car, a smart greenhouse, you can split our modules, you can break it, and you can use separate modules. Then you want to collect all them again. As you see, there is a red base plate. You can collect all modules on the base plate, so you can use all modules again and again the same way. This is the easiest way to make some prototyping, different type of projects. and what you are imagining, and you can use with PicoBricks. And we launched on Kickstarter PicoBricks, and we collect more than 2,000 bakers on this platform. So we are actually trying to prepare different type of activities. We have a project book for individual users. We have a teacher handbook for schools. It's a like curriculum you can use on your school or you can use on your home. It can be used all different levels. If you don't have any experience, you can use our project-based learning platform. You can go step by step and follow our steps, and you can learn how to electronic works, how to coding works, and you can make your own projects. When you have a bit experience, you can use PicoBricks with lots of different type of activities and projects.
What programming language should folks expect to learn through this? Will it primarily be Python?
Actually, if you have any experience with Python, you can use, of course, Python programming language. And if you want to learn Python, actually, you can use PicoBricks. But if you don't have any experience about the coding and programming, Microblocks is the best way to use PicoBricks. Microblocks is a block-based programming interface. You can use PicoBricks with Microblocks. And also, thanks for Arduino, you can use also Arduino coding interface.
So the lessons that you provide are for which language?
Three of them can be used. We prepare all libraries and we prepare all documents with 3 different language. You can choose what you want.
Cool.
Yeah, I've noticed that in the handbook, there's an ebook, a PDF that accompanies the kit, and there's 3 languages that just jump out at me. It's Microblocks, which is like a Scratch-like interface.
Yeah.
Arduino, and then Phony for the Python side of things. So it's nice to see that we're not just saying learn Python. We're saying to kids you can learn whatever language you want. You can program this board with blocks, with Arduino if you want to go for the C side of things, or if it's good all-rounder, Python's a good all-rounder, that'll work. I just like to see that approach because kids will get railroaded into learn Python or learn this, and then they'll stick with that, and that's for all their lives. So it's nice to see the choice is there.
Yeah.
Do these use standard Grove connectors? They look like Grove connectors.
It's a standard Grove connectors protocol. And also you can add different type of Grove modules or anything else. And also we have female headers, both of side of the Raspberry Pi Pico. So you can add your own modules or own sensors. You can add and you can use Raspberry Pi Pico without our modules. There is unlimited different way for use PicoBricks with your own projects.
Can you talk a little bit about the different modules that it has to play with?
We have different type of kits. The base kit includes PicoBricks. It includes 11 detachable modules on the board, and we have an IoT kit. It includes ESP and Bluetooth modules, so you can control with your mobile phone or any other Bluetooth device, and you can control on your computer on the internet, and you can add an RFID, you can add water pump, you can add temperature and soil sensors. We have a Zero to Hero kit. It includes almost everything, and approximately you can find 25 modules on the kit.
Wow, that's a lot to play with. That's good.
It is, yeah. That Hero kit is the one that I've got, and you just open the box, you see initially the PicoBricks, the board, you go, oh, that's a nice board. Then you open up the rest of the box, and it's like, wow.
Look at all these goodies.
Yeah, it's Christmas again. There's even a full robot kit in there, which I thought was really nice little touch because that's
cool.
something that kids
It's very
like to do.
huge box to make some different type of projects. You can make lots of projects. We prepare actually 25 projects with this kit, but of course you can make maybe 100 projects just one kit.
Wow, that box is a brick in itself.
Yeah.
It is.
So is there like an education bundle for classrooms to buy a whole bunch of them to teach a bunch of kids at once?
We also they can use our different type of kits, of course, and we prepare a classroom kit for schools. It includes 12 base kit and different type of accessories, and also we support teachers and schools free curriculum. So we have 14 weeks computer science curriculum. We merge all our benefits to merge computer science standards, so you can use our tutorial and curriculum to use PicoBricks on your classroom, on your computer science lesson, or after school program, coding club, coding lab,
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Is the curriculum linked to any curriculum in a country somewhere? So like, I live in the UK, so is it linked to the UK's computing science curriculum?
It's actually the standard based, the International Computer Science Standard is an association of the computer science standards, but it's the United States standards, but we can merge, for example, United Kingdom computer science standards. It's very similar actually. But you can find you have to merge your own standards to international computer science standards. It's very easy.
Very interesting.
What languages is the curriculum available in?
It's for now English, just.
Cool. That is great. So, what are some of the coolest things that you've done with it? And you want to show us how some of the projects work?
Yeah, it's a pleasure for us. Thank you. Suat, can you show us?
Since my camera just stopped working, I will just try to show you on my front camera. Yeah, this is a 3D printed labyrinth that we made for PicoBricks. It's controlled by PicoBricks, and by using this IR remote or Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, whatever you want. When you just push the button, for example, like this, it just turns, and other way around.
That's cool.
So this was just a project that we 3D printed. So there are other projects like we do. For example, this one, a cute car, little car.
Yes.
Nice.
So this is also 3D printed, and we also shared the STL files for this one.
As you see, for example, Suat, can you show again, please?
This one?
Yeah, please. As you see, you can use our modules separate, and it's we break the modules, and we use different type of projects. You don't need to use PicoBricks all modules together. You can break the modules, and you can use separate modules, different type of projects. When you break it, you can use just an Arduino starter kit or as a microbit or a PicoBricks, but you can use our Grow connector, so it's very easy to use. All modules prepared for you, and you can use different type of projects with these kits.
Okay.
That's really neat. I didn't realize
That's really awesome.
that they worked like that.
This is also another thing we made. It's a stand for rock, paper, scissors game. There's a
This is my favorite.
here. And also there is signs on the OLED screen.
Nice.
Which
I like the sounds too. As using the buzzer.
yeah. like this. So making new projects like very easy. Especially with microblocks, you can easily program with like advanced level. For example, if you try to write something on the OLED in other languages like Arduino or MicroPython, it will make harder for you to put some text on the OLED. But with microblocks, it's really very easy to do that. If you let me share my screen, I can show you a short demo to how to do how to make OLED screen work. Yeah. Here we have a very short part of code, and with this code we can easily write temperature and other things to the PicoBricks OLED screen. I just need to connect and put some blocks over here. For example, when started, and you can go OLED graphics library and put initialize OLED screen and write something. Let's see how it works on the PicoBricks. Yeah. Now then it waits for 5,000 milliseconds. Then it will start writing temperature on the OLED screen for every 3 seconds. Normally, we need to find some libraries for this module, and we will learn how to initialize with I2C, and we will learn how to put some text on it. So we have to find another library for that. Microblocks making easy to work with advanced stuff. Also, we have a special library written by Microblocks over here, so you can easily use these. For example, if you want to write temperature, you can just put here temperature, or if you just want to write humidity over here, you can put humidity and change the text over here, and it will show us the humidity. It's also, yeah.
Nice.
That's nice. Very simple. And it also answers a question I was going to ask later on about using the OLED with microblocks. I couldn't find that library initially, but now I know where it is. Thank you for showing me.
Yeah, let me show that. You can click libraries over here, and you will see this screen. Then here, kits and boards, and here the PicoBricks, and click open.
Yeah.
It will also initiate the temperature humidity library, but you don't have to use that. You can just use PicoBricks temperature or humidity. Also, you can use OLED library, and there are also other libraries, like if you click graphics and displays, there is an OLED Turtle library which works with PicoBricks. So you can use Turtle with your PicoBricks. Another easy use of the PicoBricks here, you can just drag and drop these code blocks from our GitHub page, so you don't have to write all the code over here. You can just go to our GitHub page and use the examples we prepared for you. Also, another cool feature, when you click the block over here, you can see that it works without needing any initiation over here, like started.
Yeah.
If you just close that and click that, you can see that the LED is gone.
Neat.
Also, if you want to go more advanced codes, you can use Python with MicroPython. We use Tony for that. Also, you are free to choose which editor you want to use. And it also works with the Arduino. See, if you are familiar with Arduino, you can continue using Arduino. That's all I can show for now.
That is very cool. I do like how we've got all the different levels. So, we've just shown microblocks, which is the Scratch-like interface for kids to use, and it abstracts away a lot of the complexities. But for a good reason, it gets the kids interested. It gives them results straight away. So with just a few blocks, we can have, Tom's Hardware, the Piecast on an OLED screen, and that used to be quite difficult to do, but now it's not, and really good to see.
Exactly.
That is cool. We have a couple of questions. IoT with Privacy, who sounds like they're going to be getting these for a lot of places, asks, will Robotistan be helping schools in Turkey to use PicoBlocks?
Actually, we already help schools to use PicoBricks in Turkey and other countries, of course. We have a small program. It's like ambassador program. They can apply you can find on our website. You can apply your school and yourself, and we can support with you with PicoBricks. It's open all over the world. We have approximately 50 different countries ambassadors, so they are using PicoBricks on their classroom, on their schools, and they are trying and they are collecting some feedback for us, and we are improving our products with this feedback.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's a small extra information. All our boards and all our documents are open source, so you can add your own ideas. You can prepare, or you can make comments on this platform. We have a community page, so you can comment. You can comment all other titles.
Yep. So you can see folks are already using it. That's awesome. So I saw, I think on your demo unit, it was using a Pico W. Do folks get a Pico W or a regular Pico when they get the kit?
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
You can use both of them actually. For now, the Pico W is better way to use with Wi-Fi connection or anything else. So for the new version of the PicoBricks, we add an IR sensor, and we don't need ESP modules with Pico wires. So we canceled the ESP connector, and we add IR sensor on the board. So you can use Pico wireless with PicoBricks, but you can use the regular version of Pico.
Right.
So I have a question a little bit about just the development of it. So when you guys were working on PicoBricks from the very beginning, what were some challenges that you faced? How has it changed from the first iteration to what we have now?
Actually, we approximately 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, we prepared this very similar board, which name is TinyLab. It's Arduino-based development platform for makers and students. But with TinyLabs, you cannot split modules. You cannot attach modules. So there's a big development platform for making a small project is very difficult. So it's a problem for us. So we want to update the board, and we found the Pico, and we prepare these designed for Raspberry Pi Pico. So it's very long way to make this project. Approximately 5 years we work on it.
Wow, 5 whole years. That's impressive.
Yeah, we can say 6 months, but actually, the first version of these ideas is the Tiny Lab. It's an Arduino-based program developed platform. So we changed with Raspberry Pi Pico. We add these splittable ideas. So we add different type of modules and sensors, and also it's and we love Raspberry Pi community actually, and we are proud of the design powered by Raspberry Pi badge. So we are very happy to use Pico and Pico Wireless.
Cool.
And also you can find Raspberry Pi store in Cambridge. Our PicoBricks products you can buy on Raspberry Pi own store.
Nice.
Very cool.
Thank you. And of course, you on Pimoroni and the Pi Hut you can find in United Kingdom and Amazon, of course, United States or other countries.
Yep. So it's seems like a great product for classroom, for teaching kids in the home. Les, you've been playing with it. What are some of the things that you've been able to do with it?
I've been messing around and making a demo. So it's well known that I've got a love for Grove connection things. I've got lots of Grove connection things. In fact, I'll just go to the overhead camera so you can see. So there's PicoBricks. So there's Seeds board, came out about a year or two ago now, which has Grove connections. In fact, I've just been reviewing all of these again for the Best Picks page for Grove and STEMMA QT boards.
Yep.
And there's more for Citron, their board from, I think it was just when the Pico came out. So I've got a thing for all these little boards that have like a digital playground where you can learn new skills. So PicoBricks, I thought, yeah, let's have a go. Let's see what we can do. So let's just get the focus right. There we go. Cursor to live demo. It's not focusing now. Let me just force it. There you go. So I've got a very simple demo. Right now, it's waiting for me to press that button. And when I press the button, it's going to make noise and make the WS2812, the NeoPixel LED flash, red, green, blue. But also, while I've been talking, this demo has been recording temperature in my office using the DHT11 temperature sensor just there. A great thing to do, because I've now got a data logger. I could have this. I've had a Pico W on there, or the ESP unit. I could have this logging to remote service like MQTT or Adafruit services, and have this as an IoT device on my desk. So I know you're all waiting for me to press the button, so I'll do that now. Don't you love it when the cursor live demo hits and it doesn't work? Let's just restart that.
It's loading. Now it's loaded.
There you go. So it's making some beeping noises, I assure you. It's a bit low. I've got a microphone on. So all the code for that is written in microblocks. And I've used this a couple of times over the last few years. And I find it easy to use. It's just like using Scratch, really. I'm just using the PicoBricks library. And now I've got the OLED graphics library. I can use that for some more projects when I'm testing this. I can have the RGB set to any color that I want. So it could be red 255, so bright red. It could be green 255 and blue. There you go, full color. I just took that out of there. There we go. Easy to do. If I make a mistake, which I just did, I can tear things out, put them back where they are. It's just like using Scratch.
Yeah.
I've got 2 threads going. So I've got the machine waiting for me to press the button, but also it's always just in this section here waiting. So always reading the temperature, and it's putting it into a graph, and the graph is down here. I didn't have to work out any axes or anything. I just said, right, here's what I want. I've got temperature data, put it in a graph, and just every half a second, update that graph to show. And it's just a spike then to 75 degrees. That's a bit hot in my office. That was fun. But yeah, it's a good board to play around with and to learn new skills. And again, the connections are all made for me. So all the sensors and all the components are on the edges, and they're linked through the PCB directly to the Pico. If I want to break them off, I can. I've got Grow style connections, like a JST connection on the sides here. I've got one which has I2C, and the rest appear to be just breaking out some digital pins. But I've got PWM, and I'm sure there'll be one there like SPI or something like that for a device.
Mm.
I've got a proto board. There's
I
no
like
proto.
that.
It's good. There's no proto board on Citron's board here. If I want to do some soldering, put some stuff on, if you're doing a class with kids and they're going to go to the next step and do some soldering, they can. They can just solder kit straight onto there, and they can break that off. Use a breadboard if they want, stick it on, however you want to go. It's a nice way for kids to sort of learn new skills, but not be scared of learning. Because obviously, when you start something like electronics or programming, and then you do the two together with a microcontroller, you're going to get something wrong. It's going to feel scary. So making it as simple as possible and abstracting away a lot of the issues to start with is a great way for the kids to get their hands dirty and understand what's going on before we say, okay, here's Python or here's Arduino. So that's what I like to see. And I'm going to thoroughly test this, which involves me playing with toys quite a lot. And I've got a lot of Grow stuff, as I said. So I've got a lot to plug into it. I'm going to have some fun.
I do like how accessible it is, both with the programming languages that you can use with it, but also it takes a lot of the fear away that I think some new learners can get when it comes to debugging. Something doesn't work right. Oh no, I have to go through all this code. That just makes it a lot easier to sort that out and, like you said, get the results as soon as you want to.
That's it. And Pete is just saying in the chat, the developer of Microblocks, John Maloney, developed Scratch for 11 years. So we can see why there's a parallel there.
Yeah, no question about it. So there's a lot of great stuff that folks can do with PicoBricks, and the best place to go to learn more about it is PicoBricks.com.
Yep.
Sounds like. So thank you guys so much for coming on and sharing this with us and our audience. Thanks to everyone for watching and listening. We will be back next week with another special guest at 2 p.m. U.S. Eastern, 7 p.m. UK time, and we're really excited to see more from Robotistan, and Les is having a great time playing with his PicoBricks. We'll see everybody later. Bye, everyone.